move your ass.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about 5 minutes away. Thanks for your patience with the traffic, just getting a couple of our fighters here so that we can get to the official weigh-ins for Glory 55 tomorrow night. One note, this is going to be live on YouTube and on Glory's Facebook channel, so we would ask for you to do us a favor, please. I know you want to take some photos, but keep this area clear so that our cameras don't get blocked during the process of our weigh-ins. Thank you. 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes.
in the Big Apple on Friday, July 20th at Glory 55 New York. 2 world titles featuring the very best stand-up strikers on the planet. It's middleweight mayhem as Alex Pereira defends against #1 ranked Yusri Belgari in a title rematch. Plus hot local talent as New York's own Kevin Van Nostrand takes on #2 ranked PETCHPANOMRUNG for the interim featherweight titles. Glory 55 New York, the Hulu Theater at MSG, Friday, July 20th. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster.
Welcome to the official weigh-in for Glory 55 New York. What a night it's going to be tomorrow night here in the world's most famous arena as the world's premier stand-up combat organization returns to the Big Apple. And our fighters know, the top stand-up fighters in the world, that if they can make it here on the stage of Glory and in this arena, they can make it anywhere. It's going to be a great night tomorrow night. I'm going to tell you more about what's on tap for the card, but let me just tell you, we will open the doors tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Preliminary bouts start almost immediately after. Tickets are still available, by the way. The Glory Super Fight Series will air on UFC Fight Pass beginning at 7 o'clock Eastern, and that will be followed at 9:30 by Glory 55, airing on ESPN News around the world. And let us say hello to all of our friends watching on YouTube and Facebook. If you're in the New York area, don't miss your opportunity to see the most exciting combat sport on the planet with some of the best at it tomorrow night with Glory 55. Before we get to the weigh-ins, let me introduce somebody that you probably already recognize. He, of course, is the play-by-play voice of Glory Kickboxing around the world, Mr. Todd Grisham.
Thank you, Tim. We're getting ready for the biggest and best Glory summer of all time as we're hitting the road to Glory, or Glory Summer, starting here in New York. Our next stop will be in Colorado. Then from Colorado, we go to Shenzhen, China. Then from China, we go to Chicago. And then we cap off an amazing summer with one of our biggest events ever. We're going to the Johan Cruyff Soccer Stadium in Amsterdam in September. And headlining that event is a man who's with us today, one of the best kickboxers of all time, 16 straight Glory victories, 7 straight title defenses. Everybody, please put your hands together for the king of kickboxing, the world heavyweight champion, Rico Verhoeven is here. All right, let me tell you a little bit about what's on the card tomorrow night. We have former champions and current champions and many future champions. I'm convinced of that. We'll begin the evening with lots of local talent. And one of the opportunities in our preliminary bouts is for some of the best American fighters in the areas we happen to be, given the opportunity to step onto the big stage, be seen around the world, and more importantly, be seen by our talent operations department, and maybe start a career that will take them to the biggest belt of them all, the championship of the world of Glory Kickboxing. If you've never been to a kickboxing event and you're a fan of boxing, you love the stand-up combat, or you're an MMA fan and you're not such a fan of all of the groundwork, you will love Glory Kickboxing. 3 3-minute rounds, and I like to say, you either get busy or somebody gets busy on you. These are the toughest fighters in the world, and again, tickets are available for the show tomorrow night. We see the return of a former champion, the first ever women's bantamweight champion, Tiffany Van Soest, will fight tomorrow night in a tough contest. We also see the return of CEDRIC DOUME, a former champion in Glory. Then we have an interim bout. Kevin Van Nostrand is back on the stage from Syracuse, New York. He'll be taking on PETCHPANOMRUNG KIATMOOKAO from Thailand, who's been on a tear. That is for the interim championship. And then we'll end the night with the middleweight championship of the world, the third in a trilogy of fights. And that is also going to be an exciting one, so we'll tell you more about it. Let me get some folks up here onto the stage. First of all, this will help improve things a little bit. Our Glory girls, Alyssa, Gemma, and Laura. Also want to bring up our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Marshall Zelaznik, who is with us here in the Big Apple. Yeah. I'd like to recognize overseeing our weigh-ins today, Mr. Brian Crenshaw from the WKA, and from ISKA, Tom Sconzo is here with us as well. But let's get to the preliminary bouts. Again, the gates open at 5. The fights will begin almost immediately after. And we'll begin in a bout scheduled at 140 pounds, 63.5 kilos. Nico Scaras against Omar Ahmed. Let's get Scaras up onto the scales first. Nico fights out of Greece originally, but trains now with a Fight Factory gym in Brooklyn. His record is 20 wins with 4 losses. He's a 2-time WKU world champion. $141.2 for Skaras. His opponent, Omar Ahmed. Omar punches, comes in 9 wins with 3 losses. He's a 2-time WKA US and North American champion. 141.6. We'll get some towels out there for the guys. One of many preliminary bouts coming up tomorrow night. And by the way, you see both the interim belt and the middleweight championship belt there on display for you. Followed by a welterweight matchup between Malik Blake and Avaz Akilov. Blake is first to the scales, fighting out of Harlem, New York, undefeated in a young career. 3 wins, no losses. All 3 of those wins, by the way, have come by way of knockout. 172.6 for Blake. His opponent, originally from Uzbekistan, fighting by way of Brooklyn and training at Lions Martial Arts Center. Akilov comes in with a record of 7 wins and 4 losses. Goes by the nickname Diamond. 168 even for Akilov. Opportunity of a lifetime for these young men to get the opportunity to fight on kickboxing's biggest stage here in the Big Apple. Then we bring the ladies out, Shavella Lee and Jenny Nadell. $145.2. 140.2. Her opponent, Nadell. $138.4. It's Brandon Coutinho taking on Brandon Coutinho and John Morehouse. Coutinho onto the scales first. $154.4 for Coutinho. His American counterpart, John Morehouse, steps in on a couple of days' notice to take this fight.
155.6 for Morehouse. And then it's Jeffrey 10 taking on Zaruk Adashev. .4 for 10. And Zaruk Adashev, his opponent, fighting out of the white corner. .135.6. These bouts, by the way, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And then the last of our preliminary bouts that will take us up to our Super Fight Series, again, airing tomorrow night on UFC Fight Pass. Jonathan DeBella taking on Ahmad Ibrahim. DeBella is here from Canada. 124.2. His opponent fights out of Palestine by way of Philly, Ahmed Ibrahim. $124.8 for Ibrahim. At 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the Super Fight Series gets underway. We have 5 great fights on the Super Fight Series, and it will begin with Joe Taylor and Jacob Rodriguez. Let's get Jacob up onto the scales first. Young kickboxing career. This guy used to be a hammer thrower in college. .186 even. And here's his opponent, son of a legend, Joe Taylor.
They wish and I wish and I wish and I wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how
185.8 for the son of a legend, following in the shadows of his father, who was a fighting legend himself, fighting out of Lockport, New York.
Got some brothers that outlived me. They gon' tell the story, it was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back sometimes, I won't.
Then we move to the featherweights. It's Justin Greskovitz taking on Asa Tenpao.
Might go down to G.O.D.
They call him the Purple People Eater. 41, 23, and 3 on his career with 18 knockouts. 142.4 for Greskovitz, fighting out of Philly. He is a WBC national and international Muay Thai champion. His opponent comes to New York out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Asa Tenpao.
another step, another day, another breath.
His nickname, the American Ninja. Young career in kickboxing, 5 wins with 1 loss, but 4 of those 5 wins have come by knockout. 142-4 for 10 pounds. As an amateur, an ISKA and IKF and Thai Boxing Association tournament champion.
I heard you die twice. Once when they bury you in the grave, and the second time is the last time that somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is Exodus.
Then we turn to the lightweight division. TREVOR RAGIN and GASHI. RAGIN is here out of Richmond, Virginia. Professional record, 7 wins with 3 losses, but he has been on a tear, winning 7 of his last 8. 152 even for TREVOR RAGIN. He was with us at Glory 32, Virginia. His opponent, no stranger to this venue, no stranger to Glory fans, GASHI, who fights out of Tel Aviv, Israel. Ita's professional record, 15 wins with 4 losses, but he's undefeated in 2 prior Glory appearances. 153.2 for GASHI. Ita, by the way, a European and world amateur champion. Then I mentioned the return, and boy, are we happy to have her back. The first ever women's bantamweight champion for Glory Kickboxing, Tiffany Van Soest, here to take on Sofia Olofsson, who will be making her Glory debut. Sofia here from Stockholm, Sweden. Look at this career record. 47 wins with 7 losses and 21 knockouts. They call her the Wolf. A 6-time Swedish national champion, 5-time IFMA gold medalist, and a 2-time European champion. 119.8. It's also important to note that Sofia is on a 26-fight winning streak, has not lost since 2015. Her opponent, former bantamweight champion of the world, Tiffany Van Soest. The #1 contender in the world, and we have followed her from San Diego to the beaches of Bali. Trained for about 3 weeks for this one in the mile-high city of Denver. 18 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. This is her 6th Glory appearance. Time Bomb, one of the most talked about female fighters in all of North America. 121.2 for Tiffany Van Soest.
Quick second to catch up with Tiffany Van Soest. The last time we saw you in the ring, it did not end well for you. I know you've been basically consumed with getting back in the kickboxing ring and changing your fortune. What can we expect to see from you on Friday night?
You can expect to see a time bomb that you're used to seeing, but on a whole new level. So expect something awesome, expect something beautiful, and expect an awesome fight between 2 of the best in the world, and I'm coming out on top.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Tiffany Van Soest, everybody.
And then your headline super fight of the evening, the last of our super fights in the welterweight division. Alan SCHEINSON steps in against former champion CEDRIC here from Laval, Paris, France. Let's get SCHEINSON onto the scales first. He moved into the top 10 with his last win, top 10 world rankings of Glory at number 9. 51 wins with 6 losses, 37 career knockouts. Goes by the nickname Superboy. 168.6
for SCHEINSON, an Argentine national champion in 3 separate divisions. And then one of the most exciting fighters in the world, he shocked the world when he took the belt from then champion Nicky Holzken and defended another time against him. It is CEDRIC DOUME. Professional record, 69 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw with 40 career knockouts. Coming off a 33-second knockout in Lille, France over Tom Chop and making his 10th glory start. $167.2.
Going to speak to both of our fighters quickly. Alan SCHEINSON first. Alan, I've seen you're laid back, you're happy, you're very confident about facing one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in your division. What gives you the confidence against CEDRIC DOUME?
Well, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been training my ass off, and I'm just going to be happy to fight one of the best.
Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
And CEDRIC DOUME has asked for some time with the microphone. I don't know what's going to happen here, but here we go.
Hi, everybody. First, I want to thank the audience. I want to thank everyone because I know you all come for me. So thanks. Make some noise for you. Okay. Second, I want to say sorry for my sunglasses. Sorry for wearing that. There is one reason, because the sun is only shining on me, you know. So thank you. And I want to finish saying that, sorry Alan, sorry for everything I said on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. I want to say sorry for that. Sorry again in advance, because I know you will not remember that. Sorry for all kicks, all punches, and sorry for the KO I will give you tomorrow night. Make some noise for him, because he's very, very proud to face me.
That'll wrap the Super Fight Series and then lead us right in after a reset of the canvas for Glory 55, getting underway again at 9:30 Eastern Time on ESPN News. If you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, check your local listings on ESPN News. You can watch it live tomorrow night. But let me tell you, if you're in the New York City area, you're going to want to be here to see it for yourself in Hulu Theater. We'll get the Glory 55 card started with ELVIS GASHI taking on a newcomer, a Glory debut with Nick CHASTEEN. Let's get CHASTEEN out here first.
Not against rappers, but we are against those thugs.
It's the thuggish ruggers ball. It's the thuggish ruggers ball. It's the thuggish ruggers ball. It's the thuggish ruggers ball.
153.8 for CHASTEEN. His opponent, ELVIS GASHI. His debut came here in Hulu Theater, short notice, and an upset that really sent vibrations around the kickboxing world. He continues to be undefeated. He beat Josh Johnson and has not lost in the Glory Ring since. Matter of fact, as a professional, 21 wins with no losses. 151.2 for GASHI, who, by the way, as an amateur, also won 107 out of 110 of his amateur fights.
York's finest, Elvis GASHI here. I know you sold a lot of tickets. You're a fan favorite. People that have never seen you fight before, how would you describe your style and what you're going to do on Friday night?
Can't wait. We'll see Friday. I don't want to talk a lot. We'll see Friday. Tomorrow night. It's my night. Promise.
Good luck, Elvis GASHI.
Then it's a featherweight matchup. Been a while since we've seen Nate Richardson, but he's back with us, along with Victor Pinto, who comes all the way from Bangkok, Thailand. Let's get Nate up onto the scales first.
It's a new day, bro. I'ma put it on my day. You gotta do it now.
Last time we met up with Nate, he was fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. 142 even for Nate Richardson. His opponent, Victor Leo Pinto. Victor, along with brother Antoine, two of the more recognizable faces in Bangkok, Thailand these days for many reasons. Victor doing it, of course, in the Glory Ring. 142.5 for Leo Pinto. Then we'll turn the stage over to the big boys, the heavyweights, and this is one of those fights I'm going to tell you, don't blink or you might miss it. Anthony McDonald taking on Junior Taffa, who comes from Brisbane, Australia. Let's get McDonald onto the scales first. A fair amount of trash talking been going on between these two on social media. 263.4 for the Joker, Anthony McDonald. And here comes the juggernaut, Junior Taffa. Taffa coming from down under. 14 of his 16 wins have come by way of knockout, most of them in the first round.
Keep it peaceful is a struggle for me.
282.2 for the juggernaut, Junior Taffa. These guys have done their war of words. Now it's time to get on with the fighting.
Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back sometimes I won't. I feel good sometimes I don't.
We're gonna talk to the Joker quickly.
I finesse down Western Road.
What is it about this guy that you dislike so much that you've been obsessed with him on social media the last few months?
No, I came to him humble. You know, his first fight, I said, hey, good job, you know. I want to fight you next. And then all of a sudden, he just started running his mouth. You know, I stayed humble the whole time. After that, I said, screw it, man. You want to run your mouth? I'm going to run my mouth right back at you.
So then what's going to happen on Friday night when you guys finally fight?
Oh, I'm going to win. Hands down. You know, bell to bell, I'm going to win.
You're not impressed with him at all. Why is that?
I ain't say I'm not impressed. He's a good fighter, you know. He has his wins, but, you know, I've seen better. I fought better, you know. So I'm going to bring it. I'm going to show him that I am the better fighter.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Hey.
All right, Junior.
He say, do you love?
The Joker obviously called you out for some reason. Why do you think he chose you?
He's a fucking joke. Fuck the joke.
And you know me. Turn the O2 into the...
Not much to say after that, huh? All right, time for your co-main event of the evening, and it will be an interim bout for the featherweight championship of the world. PETCHPANOMRUNG KIATMOOKAO, who is here from the Buriram province of Thailand, taking on Syracuse, New York's Kevin Van Nostrand. Let's get Petch out here first. You talk about guys that have hit their strides in their career. Highlight reel knockouts the last 3 times we've seen him. 142 even for KIATMOOKAO. His opponent, Kevin Van Nostrand. He is a former interim champion of the world. for the championship belt and is anxious to get back that silver one he had around his waist. 142.8 for Van Nostrand. 17-2 on his career. Both of these men are contender tournament champions of Glory.
Shake, let it go, breathe, stretch, shake, let it go. Some days I make thousands, some days I make millions. Spend my days feeling cool, some sway feelings. Everybody out there wanna know what mates got. Weight high, grade drop.
All right, New York's own Kevin Van Ostrand. I know you bring a couple busloads of fans down to the fight on Friday night. PETCHPANOMRUNG has nearly decapitated his last couple of opponents. How concerned are you with one of the best Thai fighters in the world?
Oh, it's an honor to fight him, yes, but I'm not concerned. You know, we're both human. We both bleed, and we're both the best in the world.
You're a former interim world champion. When you got the call that you were going to get another opportunity at that belt, what went through your mind?
Oh, the opportunity was amazing. Like the hairs on the back of my neck started tingling. I just, everything feels right now.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Kevin Van Ostrand, everybody.
And then your main event of the evening, 5 rounds for the middleweight championship of the world. As I told you earlier, this is the trilogy, the third in 3 fights between these two. Both holding a victory, the last one ending in Rotterdam at Glory 49 in a very unsatisfying doctor stoppage when a cut appeared above Belgari's eye. It is Yusri Belgari and our reigning champion, Alex Pereira.
But it would be nothing without a woman or a girl.
Yusri is the #1 contender in the division, fights out of Tunisia, 24-4 with 12 career knockouts, a winner of 5 of his last 6 appearances. 186.2 for Belgari. And the reigning middleweight champion of the world here from Sao Paulo, Brazil, it's Poeta Alex Pereira. Making his 9th Glory appearance, 27-6, debuted all the way back in 2014 at Glory 14 Zagreb, where he won the contender tournament. 185.8 for Pereira.
Let's start with the challenger, Yusri Belgari. This is the 3rd time you fought this man. He seems to be getting better and better. What about you right now?
Yeah, it's time to set the record straight for once and for all.
What's your prediction for Friday night?
I'm gonna KO him. Bad.
That was an intense stare down. I know he's been talking a little bit, obviously, in Portuguese, but he's very, very confident against you.
Okay, yeah, that's his thing. You know, I'm confident as well. He knows it, he sees it. I smell fear.
All right, good luck. Now to the middleweight champion of the world. He just said that he smelled fear in the stare down. What does Alex say?
Ele falou que ele sente medo em você e o que você tem que falar sobre isso?
Não, medo eu não tenho medo de ninguém, não tenho medo dele. O que eu tenho a falar, ele falou que vai me nocautear. Ele falou na primeira, falou na segunda, não fez na primeira, tomou um nocaute na segunda e agora vamos para a terceira.
He say he never fear nobody, he's not going to be now that he's going to do it. He say he's going to knock him out tomorrow. He didn't do it on the first one, he got KO'd on the second one, and now it's going to happen tomorrow.
Good luck to you.
Obrigado.
Everybody, the middleweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, you don't have to wait long. It'll be happening in Hulu Theater right here at Madison Square Garden, Glory 55. The doors open at 5, preliminary bouts almost immediately after, followed by the Super Fight Series, airing again on UFC Fight Pass at 7 p.m. Eastern, and Glory 55 itself beginning right after at 9:30. If you're a combat sport fan and you love knockouts, you want to see the best stand-up fighters in the world at the world's most famous arena, Big Apple, are you ready for glory?
Big night in the Big Apple on Friday, July 20th at Glory 55 New York. 2 world titles featuring the very best stand-up strikers on the planet. It's middleweight mayhem as Alex Pereira defends against #1 ranked Yusri Belgari in a title rematch. Plus hot local talent as New York's own Kevin Van Nostrand takes on #2 ranked PETCHPANOMRUNG for the interim featherweight titles. Glory 55 New York, the Hulu Theater at MSG, Friday, July 20th. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster. It's a big night in the Big Apple.